Hey guys, it's Damien again. I've got a really quick video. This just going to be very similar to the video I just posted. That's going to be only about 5 to 10 minutes. I had a question for one of my viewers. It was actually in regards to selling their product to Amazon. I did a couple of videos quite some time ago, actually maybe several months ago, in regards to the Amazon vendor program. And it's actually, again, just to reiterate, if you haven't seen that video, Amazon actually does buy products from small producers, or actually any manufacturer. As long as you're a manufacturer of the product, they do buy products, and what they do is they turn around and sell it. They'll mark it up, and they will go from there as far as promoting, marketing, and selling the product that you offer them. But there are some goods, there's some pros and cons, and some things you need to be aware of. There are a few things. I've actually not gone this route myself. I'm very familiar with the process, but I do not do this route, and I'm going to explain a couple of reasons why. If it's something that you choose to do, hey, more power to you. I hope you were successful with the process. So the Amazon vendor program basically is this. Amazon is essentially like an online retailer, of course, as you know. They're just a retail store that would basically buy a product from you. They'll place an order, they'll place a purchase order, okay? And then potentially it's like a few hundred to a couple of thousand units, depending on how popular the product could be, potentially. They can even buy thousands upon thousands of them. But here's how it works. So within the Amazon website, they explain the process to you. And let's say you have a product, it's product A, okay? And you make it, and it's a snack. Let's say it's a food product. It doesn't necessarily have to be this, by the way. This actually applies to pretty much any product. But again, I'm only speaking from the food business, food industry, which is what I do and I know very well. So we're just going to make up some snack, okay? So you have snack A, all right? And you make it, okay? Now, when I say you make it, either you personally and within your facility you make it. If you have a co-packer who makes it and mass produces it for you, that's fine as well, as long as it's your product. So what Amazon's going to do first is they're going to get some basic information about the product. You're going to send that to them through the website, traditionally just emailing, communicate with them initially at first. Explain to them it's a delicious snack, and it comes in an 8-ounce bag, okay? So this is the product. You send information over to Amazon. Amazon will review it. Amazon's going to review it, and they're going to say, hey, it looks really interesting. I think that's something that we could definitely sell and make money from. Send me 24 units. Maybe send me 48 units, okay? What they're going to do is they're going to ask for a sample. Free, by the way. They're not going to pay you. From my understanding, they don't pay you for the samples. But what they're going to do is take your samples. They're going to take your samples. They're going to upload it. They're going to put it on their website. They're going to price point it. They're going to figure out what it is, something that's similar to that and how much it sells, and what would be the best price point for Amazon so they can buy it from you and obviously, of course, make a profit. They're going to have to make a margin. So after they sell it, here's what happens. 24 units. They sold it in like a week. Wow, it was fast. It was a great seller. They got great reviews. Amazon's going to come back to you and let you know that it was a great success. It was great. Amazon's going to say, hey, hey, John, snack A sold really well. So we're going to put a purchase order in. We would like to get 2,000 units. And we're going to give you either net 30, net 60, or so on. And what they're going to do is they're going to place an order that you're going to front them. And then they're going to pay you later for it. That is where it gets a little, I don't want to say tricky. It just gets to the point where you have to question whether or not you want to invest the amount of money to do it. Once the ball gets rolling and you're comfortable, okay, you have to be comfortable with the idea that you're not necessarily going to get a check and then they're going to exchange goods. That's not how it really works. And by the way, that's not really how it works with retail stores as well. If you're dying to get into retail stores, you got to understand something. When I dealt with retail stores, and of course, being the fact that I worked in retail stores for 20 plus years, I understood that the net 30, net 60-day system applies to manufacturers. So you're going to front that product, and then you're going to get a check. You don't get a check and give the product. That's not how it works, okay? So Amazon's going to ask you for a couple hundred or a few hundred or a couple thousand units. If you're comfortable with it, then you go ahead and make it, and then you ship it, okay? Keep in mind, please keep this in mind, that you're not only producing a product, but you are also shipping the product. You are sending it to a facility. there's going to be cost in shipping. Now, keep this in mind too, is you're not shipping 20 boxes of products, you're shipping 2,000 units. Now, the weight factor comes into play. You know, this snack is great, but maybe it sells by the pound. 2,000 units, man, I just hit gold, a gold mine. Yeah, well, shipping 2,000 pounds, by the way, it's equal to a ton. You're going to ship a ton of product to a distributor, okay? You're going to their warehouse, which is essentially their distributor. But you are going to ship it to Amazon, and then you're going to wait 30 days or 60, however that contract's written up, however they determine to pay you, and then you get a check for it. So you see where I'm saying that it sounds like a wonderful idea, and if you're in a financial situation, though, where you can tie up enough money for 2,000 units, hey, I wish you all the success in the world. But I'm going to tell you the truth. The majority of you watching are probably small food producers, or you haven't even started a business yet, and you're kind of getting your feet wet. You want to understand, that's why you're watching my videos, that you're trying to understand the food process and how to make things and what's the best route when you're first starting. This is maybe not the best route when you start. I don't want to steer anybody away from it. Amazon is an amazing company. You can grow a business with it. Don't get me wrong, but I do these videos so I can inform you about the good side and the bad side, or at least not the bad side, but the good side, and you know, potentially something to think about. Okay, I personally would tie up several $1,000s of our cash flow selling that large quantity. But then again, you know, also they may not ask for 2,000 units. Maybe they're going to ask for 100 units. Okay, I'm just saying that it could go that high or it could go that low. Just keep in mind that you're fronting. You are fronting, and if you have a co-packer, okay, this is a good one for you guys that are utilizing co-packing, or if you're thinking about getting a co-packer, keep this in mind. Once the run is finished, the co-packer has to get paid, or they get paid up front. It's either or, in the front or the back. Okay, so in between that is the production. Now you've got all of these units made. Sounds great, right? Now you're going to ship it. Again, it's going to cost you. You're going to ship it from the co-packer to Amazon, and then you're going to sit and you're going to twiddle your thumbs for about 30 days. You're going to be wondering, well, I don't get my check for 30 days. So now you've tied up money with your co-packer, and you've tied up money with your waiting for Amazon to pay you. Okay, so keep these two in mind. Okay, because in the meantime, you got to have some cash flow coming in from somewhere. If you're super, super rich, hey, good luck to you. If you're worth millions and you've got the ability to tie up $7,000, $8,000 worth of product before you get paid, that's awesome. That's great. So if you're not, these are some rules, some tips you might want to keep in mind. Okay? So I don't want to deter you because I think Amazon is an amazing company. I think that the opportunity and potential for anyone, I mean, not only food, but if you're selling electronics, whatever you're selling, they sell everything. Building a rapport, building a relationship with them is a great start, and it's a good thing, okay? But just understand that there's a lot of variables, and there's a lot of other routes that you can take that you can still leverage. You can still use Amazon, okay? But don't get to the point where you're tying up so much cash flow that you're really kind of cutting it really thin. If your business on one side is doing phenomenal and your cash flow is good, and you're like, you know what, I could tie up a couple grand with the product, do it. Because here's the other good side to it, and this should hopefully lift your spirits, is that once Amazon has a product in their hands and they like your product, they're going to sell it, period. I don't care if you're selling toilet paper or toothpaste, or if you make a specialty dental floss. If you make a product and you have Amazon buying it from you, they're going to place another purchase order with you. Plain and simple, hands down, it's just going to happen. They go through product like crazy. Okay, and going to the fourth quarter, I read last year, I think the statistic was that every minute they ship about 4 million packages or some ridiculous amount. It's just mind-boggling, okay? So for you to be a part of that, I don't want to steer you away from it. But I do want you to understand that there are good sides to it, and there's some sides that you need to be aware of, that you may want to make a different decision, okay, and go a different route, but still stick with Amazon, okay? So I hope that video answers your question. And again, that was just one of my viewers asked me about that because they were kind of on the fence. They weren't very sure what they should do. If you don't understand what I just told you, hey, let me know down below. Ask me questions. I'm always up to trying to answer questions. If I don't have the answer to your question, I will find out online and I will get it back right to you. So thank you guys. Hey, give me a thumbs up again if you like my videos. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. That's fine. I appreciate the opinion. So thank you guys.